Well, hello there. How are you? Sarge says hello. Right, Sarge? Say hello, Sarge. There you go. All right. And it's time to do a shave. Hope you're all doing well out there. Excuse me. My razor today is going to be this. It is a 3-piece Gillette razor with an old Bakelite handle. This might have been war production years, I'm not sure, but it's a nice razor. Now, something I forgot, let me see if I can get in here in the medicine cabinet without bumping everything too badly here, because I have the camera clipped up there. My blade, I should say, in the razor on its second use will be one of these Personna Lab Blue blades. And let me set this aside somewhere where it won't get messed up. And my cream today is going to be this Dove Men Care Hydrate shaving cream. And I'm not so sure that this is meant to be used with a brush, but I'm using it with a brush. I've seen Paul H. use something like this with a brush. I don't know if it's the exact same Dove cream or not, but I've seen it used with a brush before. And so the brush I'm going to use is this Conversational Shaving synthetic brush made by Frank Shaving, official brush of this channel. And I've lathered in the Stirling collapsible shaving bowl. And I've been able to use this bowl to get other creams that weren't necessarily supposed to be used with a brush. I've gotten them to lather at least somewhat using a bowl like this with the little nubby things in there. So let me see if I can get this started on my face. Here we go. I'm going to run a little hot water here too to dip just the tips of the brush in. That's good. If this isn't too pasty. Now it seems like there's hardly any cream at all there. Yeah, it can be problematic using this particular cream with a brush sometimes. Let's see. Yeah. I'll just get it as best I can and I'll begin shaving. It's a nice cream. In the past, I've often just lathered it by hand, just put some in my hand and rubbed it on my face. So I'll go ahead and let a little bit of water out of here. I'll flip the razor and get started for the first pass with the grain. Here we go. Cat's down there kind of checking things out. About 2 days worth of growth here. I have some aftershave balm that matches this cream. I'll be using that later. Is this really only the second use on this blade? It seems a little tuggy already. Okay, I'll rinse the razor. Continue on here. Okay. This blade is feeling way more tuggy than it should. I need to check and see if I flipped the blade and didn't know it and began marking that side with a little dot. I put a little dot with a Sharpie on the blade every time I use it. Usually this razor is very comfortable to use. When the cat wants out, I'm going to check this and make sure it really is only the second use. I'm going to re-lather and I'll be back for a second pass across the grain. Well, re-lathered the best I could here. And I checked this blade, and the other side were 2 more dots, so that means I flipped the blade. This is actually the 4th use on this blade, which would explain a few things. But I'm not going to change it out. I don't want to change horses in the middle of the stream, so to speak, so we'll stick with this. This will probably be the last use for this blade, and we'll go across the grain now. Probably should have changed this out after the previous use. But it's feeling, the shave is feeling smoother and more comfortable right now. The shaving cream isn't bad, but it doesn't make a fantastic poofy lather. Okay. Above the lip here, I really noticed the tugginess of the blade. I think I quit flipping blades. I hadn't used this razor in quite a while. I used to try flipping blades after maybe the 2nd use, and I found that doesn't seem to help me any. Not usually, anyway. So I sort of gave up on the practice. Anyway, there is still some lather or paste or something that hasn't dissipated, but try to freshen that up a little bit. Can't say I would recommend this particular cream for this traditional type of shaving. Maybe it's okay to just rub it on with your hand, do one pass, and get out the door if you're in a hurry. Maybe it's okay for that kind of shaving. And it is a nice mild cream, I'll give it that much. The cream itself doesn't feel bad on the face or neck. But it was awkward. It is awkward to use with a brush. But as I hadn't used it in a while, I thought I would try to use it on camera for this shave. And let's see, I got one more side of my neck to do. I almost quit there. Almost went on to the next pass, but got to finish. Got to do this side of the neck. Tuggy blade, usually a good blade, but I think I've used it one more time than I should have. Fourth use on this Personna Lab Blue. Very tuggy. Now I will pop out, pop back in, freshly lathered, I hope, for a third pass against the grain. Okay, we'll go against the grain now. I'll start on my neck. For this pass, I'll start on my neck. My on-camera shaves lately have not necessarily been the best. Maybe I should start doing them on another night. The night I end up doing these shaves, I'm sometimes not really into them. I usually do the shave on Friday or Saturday night and have it posted very early on Sunday morning, in the wee hours of the morning. Okay. Onto the face here. Don't have a lot to say this week except that the garden is doing well out back. One of my other hobbies is my little flower garden out back. Because this is such a bland and dull looking place, I figured a few splashes of color wouldn't hurt. And short of getting out there and repainting the whole place. Flowers are sometimes the answer. If I had a place to do it, I might grow a vegetable garden, who knows. One time years ago, when I was a teenager, I grew, what was it? Slow plums and leaf lettuce, and I didn't care for either of the finished products. I like regular plums and iceberg lettuce. Although leaf lettuce might be good in certain salads. perhaps. Okay. Really dull blade. Maybe I should have changed it out anyway. Okay, I'll be right back for pickups. Okay, it's pickup time, and I'm not going to do a lot of fanfare now for pickup time. I'm kind of disappointed in this shave, so I hate to say it, but in a way I just kind of want to get this shave over with and start fresh tomorrow or the next day. But warts and all, this is still going to be my video shave of the week. They can't all be winners. I still hear an awful lot of audio feedback. More than I would if I had started with a fresher blade. But I'm stubborn, and like I said, I don't like to change horses in the middle of the stream, so to speak. And guess what? All things considered, it's still a darn fine shave. Maybe one of the lower tiers of a DFS, a darn fine shave, but I can tell you it could be a lot worse. Okay, that's about it. I'll be back with Mr. Towel. Say hello to Mr. Towel. Feels strangely good for such a questionable shave. I've been thinking about doing a shaved in tour video. I gotta be psyched up for that. Probably have to do it in several different parts because shaved in, once a person has collected so much stuff, it can be a lot to show, and it's hard to get through all of it. Otherwise the video will be 2 hours long or something like that. Oh boy, seems like I got something in my eye there. Great. Anyway, I will begin a brief recap, and then I'll put the finishing touches on the shave here. Well, I don't even know if I said this up front, but beforehand, I don't think I mentioned this. I prep my face as I often do, especially when I'm going to do a video for a shave video. I use Village Barber shaving oil, and I let that soak in for a couple of minutes. And my razor has been this 3-piece Gillette razor with Bakelite handle. I believe that might be World War II wartime production, possibly, or shortly thereafter, perhaps. And my cream was this Dove Men Care Hydrate shave cream. And it's a little bit awkward to use with a brush. It can be done, but I think you could just as easily just put some in your hand and rub it on your face. But I lathered in the Stirling collapsible shaving bowl, which helped, and I used the synthetic conversational shaving brush from Frank Shaving. Very sharp little brush they made for me. And moving right along, let's see, oh, something I forgot to show you. On what turns out to have been its 4th use. I think I got cat hair in my mouth and in my eyes and everything. Anyway, 4th use Personna Lab Blue blade. I should have changed it after the 3rd use. Okay, now I think I've covered everything, so I'm going to apply some of the TN Dickinson's Witch Hazel. Here we go. Nothing too fancy today. Nothing fancy, but still effective products. And this stuff has alcohol in it. 14% alcohol by volume, making it a mild astringent and not just a facial toner. Okay. Not much scent to that. Maybe a witch hazel scent, which some people don't like. And maybe just a touch of rubbing alcohol scent, or whatever kind of alcohol that is. Now, to make things a little bit better, or at least, well, the least bit better, a little bit of the Aqua Velva Classic Ice Blue aftershave. And this is the American version, so maybe it's not as good as it used to be, but it's still pretty good. Nothing fancy. Get it going in the hands, put a little on the wrists, behind the ears, temples, back of the neck a little bit. That feels and smells nice. A little bit of sting from these alcohol products, but not too bad because that blade just wasn't very sharp. But I'll change out the blade in that razor before I use it again. Anyway, you all know this stuff, the Aqua Velva Ice Blue. And finally, I'll finish up with some of the matching Dove Men Care Hydrate Post-Shave Balm. I've also got some of the post-shave cream that comes in a little plastic tub. So let's see. Might be getting low on this. Come on now. Well, I am getting low on this. There's some. Okay. That should be enough. Got a little bit right there. I don't think it takes a whole lot of this. Well, kind of a, oh, what would you call it? Kind of a clunker of a shave today. And I apologize, but mostly I guess I should apologize to myself because I'm the one that had to endure it. But it could have been a lot worse. And that's it. Hopefully next week things will be better. I've got new stuff coming in the mail, but one of the things I've got coming in the mail It said it arrived, and the guy accidentally mailed it back to himself, an Etsy vendor. I hope he will correct that and send what I ordered to me. But on behalf of myself and Sarge and Mr. Towel there, take care, peace out, we'll see you.